Welcome to ICDT Unscripted. Today's guests are current Mainstage students Bevin and Gabby, along with recent graduate Lauren.
All right, well, thank you to my guests for being here. I'm so excited to jump in. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, well, to start out, for anybody who might not know you guys, could you go around and just say who you are and a little bit about yourselves?
Sure. Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm 16, and I've been here for, 4 years?
And I can do that, yeah.
And I can do that, yeah.
I'm Lauren. I've been at I Can Do That for, it's harder.
What was your first show?
Oliver. So,
Was that
7?
I'd have to look it up.
6 or 7 years ago. And I'm going into my freshman year of college. So I'm almost 18.
I'm Bevin. I'm 15, and I've been with I Can Do That since I was 6, since it was 2017.
That's right. That's right. So, and you two were part of the company when we were still at the old building. Were you in there, or you were once we moved to the center? Then you joined. Okay, very cool. All right, we ready for the first
Yes.
question?
Of course.
And whomever wants to answer first, go for it. Okay. So, can you remember what was running through your mind when you first walked into your first I Can Do That rehearsal or audition? This brand new thing you're experimenting with.
I was pretty horrified. Or not horrified, but I was pretty scared.
Yeah.
Because I had done theater before, but it felt so much more professional than what I'd been doing. So I was pretty nervous going into it.
Yeah.
But excited, of course.
Yeah.
It was right after I moved to California, so it was quite a scary experience. I mean, it was just a whole new thing, whole new place. But it was really fun. I was really excited. But I didn't know anyone, so I just kind of had to figure it out. So I went.
Had you done theater before?
Like a camp or two, but it was my first ever show and real experience.
Yeah.
I actually
So she
do.
was
I
6.
remember my first audition. I don't remember anything about the show, but I remember auditioning. I was 6, and I didn't care about anything. I was not nervous at all. I was just I'm
That
here
was
and I'm gonna sing.
Yeah.
And then I sang a song from Trolls and a song from Moana. And then Georgia asked me to dance a little bit, and she was
I think that's
gonna
an
do
adventure show.
follow me kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I just started dancing myself, and I had a whole dance routine.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have to find
I
this
think
video.
you
I
might-
have most of the main stage auditions from the beginning of
I
time.
don't think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that'd
Wait,
be
I
cool
wanna
to
see
find
those.
that.
I would
have
totally
to
like to
find
see
that.
some. I don't think I sang a musical theater song in my auditions until I was
Well, a lot of people
15.
would come in and just sing Happy Birthday for us too.
Yeah.
We'd start
See,
that
I
way
remember
too.
that in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Because we wanted to be accessible,
Mhm.
of course,
It was easier that
and
way.
also people can be so nervous.
True.
And so
So
you
nervous.
know that song,
Exactly.
right? And you can
have to
do
sing
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty chill. What was your first show?
My first show, I did Hamilton to Hairspray,
Okay.
the summer showcase.
Yeah.
But my first show was Pajama Game.
Pajama Game.
Yeah.
And yours?
Descendants Junior.
Junior.
Started in the
Oh
junior.
my
Yes.
God.
Junior
I
shows.
From what I
Yeah.
remember, I was in Hamilton Hairspray. I don't remember exactly, but I do know my first main stage was Oliver.
Oliver, yeah.
But
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't remember much about Oliver, but I do remember a little bit about the old studio. But just because
Yeah.
there was
The
a gym
weights.
above it and all the
Yeah.
lights would drop, that was irritating.
Yeah. Now tell me
It's
more
just such
about
a
some of
small
your
space.
memories of being in that studio.
I mean, everybody was stuck really close together.
It's
So I
so
mean,
small.
and the office was over there, so we were super duper close. Not saying we're
Yeah.
not close now, but
Yeah.
it was also everyone was the same age. We were all very young. We didn't have or if we did have older kids, I wasn't talking to them at the time. So I feel we had majority younger kids.
Yeah.
And I feel that was really fun because those are the people I met there. Those are the people I've been friends with at theater since
Right.
since I started doing it. So Bevin.
Yeah, I just remember it being super small, and us learning things towards the mirror and then turning around to the
Oh,
other side.
Yeah. You would do that.
I
Everyone's,
don't remember a
just-
ton. I remember hanging out in the outside area with the brick walls and the
Mhm.
stairs I'd swing on and
I remember
stuff.
watching
Yeah.
the teens go to the store.
Yeah,
But
they
we
leave.
weren't allowed to go.
No.
but
Right, right.
I was always mad
exactly.
they'd come back with Charleston shoes. I was like, That could be mine.
Once I'm 13.
I know. Never got there. Then by the time it was my time,
We were
gone.
gone.
I was like, okay, great.
So how did you guys discover theater, and did your parent choose to just put you in it, or did you say that you were interested in it? What kind of brought you to us?
Yeah, I had a neighbor who was interested in doing it, so she told me about it, and then I came and saw Bye Bye Birdie, and I was like, I want to do that. So then I just auditioned for the next show, and I was in it. So I just like fell in love seeing that.
Yeah, I think the same thing, honestly. But like, I mean, I kind of like, I started dancing before I started doing theater because like hold on, resetting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I did dance before I started theater, but I was like, oh, I also can sing, so maybe like I'll combine them and
Right.
theater.
Right.
So I decided to do theater, but I did it at a different company for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
Came over.
can I just start?
Yeah.
Don't stop.
That's all right.
For me, my biggest influence was my older cousin. I grew up going to watch her shows all of the time, and I was like, I need to do this. Like, I want to do this. And one of the biggest things for me is I saw her as young Fiona in Shrek when I was little, and I was like, I want to be in that. And so my parents started putting me in camps at the place she was doing it, and then it just
Went from there. Oh my gosh. And you guys already kind of mentioned that none of you knew anybody, it sounds like, when you were starting, or did you maybe know
I
people?
knew Emily.
Yeah. Okay.
She's
so
watching.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
So how did that shift? Like, do you remember how you started making friendships?
When I first joined, I was put as like a supporting dancer, I believe, and I those girls that like I like first started like being a supporting dancer with, like our group didn't change for like many years. So I feel like you're kind of put with these people, and you're like working with them all the time and going to an extra rehearsal on Wednesdays,
Right.
and like you just get closer with them.
Yeah.
But you find people who match with you because like you're always at theater, and it becomes like a really great space where you can just like talk to anybody. People are very open to like becoming friends and like talking.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's mostly in like your age range, or do you feel like?
I feel like I'm kind of out of their age range.
Yeah.
These days, I'm hanging out with like freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah.
But I don't think it really matters because like these are my closest friends at theater, and I'm almost 18, and you're 15, and you're 16. I don't even know how old I am. But like, you wouldn't think like a senior would be friends with a sophomore, but like these are some of my closest friendships I've ever made.
Yeah.
But that's just what theater is, honestly. You find like people for you.
Yeah.
I made a lot of friends in junior shows, just being close and everything, and then through some like showcases as well. And then my first main stage was You're in Town, and that was really scary because I knew a couple people from like workshops and stuff, but then it was like the first day of You're in Town, and I met Bevin and Harper as well, and then we just kind of clicked, and I just kept building friendships from there with other people as well.
Yeah. When I started, I was so little, and everyone else was like so much older. They were like, oh, little Bevin, and then I'd be like babied and stuff.
Yeah,
so it wasn't
totally.
like I had like friends. It was more like people I looked up to.
Yeah.
But then as I like got older and grew in the company, I started making like, they were like, oh, she's actually not a baby. She's like
I think I
kind of a good friend.
I didn't realize that because like I'd always seen Bevin as like a little younger girl, but then eventually like we went. I think it was Legally Blonde, and then you got Ellen. I was like, Jesus, like,
Right.
she's so talented. Like, wow, I didn't realize this is Bevin.
Yeah, but then I started making more meaningful friendships as I got older.
Yeah. And you know, the more I thought about it was, you guys have been a part of it since it was so young that we only had one show.
Exactly.
Right? Like we didn't have a junior show.
So
we didn't
crazy
have
how much
kids
it's
shows. So you're really one of the first like of batches, like starting to come in from junior to main stage. And I can imagine that would be challenging because you guys have already created relationships and like for now it's kind of like if you're gonna be in main stage it's 14 to 18, right? And so then it was 6. Right? So those years are gone that someone has like been a part of all this. So what was that transition like?
It was definitely scary at first, I will say. But I mean, everyone's just so welcoming and open to talk to you. And I mean, I had people to talk to, like the first rehearsal, just like come up to me, like introduce themselves, and I just
It kind of came together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've talked about over the years of like maybe having a buddy system or something like
I
that.
think that would be nice.
Because it is. It's got to be intimidating. It's these older kids. You go see the Mainstage shows all of the time. You know what I mean? Like, how do we integrate and really like start like helping
I
these
think that'd
younger
be
ones?
really cool buddy system.
Right? You like
Yeah.
Because I
the
remember
idea?
back in like elementary school, we'd have like I think middle school
Mhm.
buddies. So I think it'd be kind of
Mhm.
cool to have like or maybe is that what you mean? Like a older a main stage
exactly.
and a junior?
Yeah, it'd kind of be like maybe we would ask Mainstage kids of like who would want to be a buddy. You know what I mean? It's not you have to have
Exactly.
a buddy.
You
and here's
have
your
to have a
buddy,
buddy.
you know?
Yeah.
But see who would be interested in doing it. But I think that would make because we want the transition to be
Mhm.
as like loving and welcoming and inclusive as possible.
For sure.
And sometimes it's a shame when you get like further into a show and then you're like, oh my god, this person is
Nobody's-
awesome,
Right.
but you wouldn't have known because
Nobody's
you've
talking
been
to
in
each
your
other.
own little
Yeah.
groups, right? So
Yeah.
it's a good way. And so always like we're always wanting to find ways of how can we get everybody more connected and like
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's
Right.
one thing ICDT does well though.
Yeah.
Everyone's really like open to talk. I've never had like a person like not engage in conversation with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm sitting there for long enough, or not long
Yeah,
enough, but if I
yeah.
just sit down, they're gonna talk to me. Like,
Yeah.
or, it's just kind of how ICDT
think-
is.
Yeah, I think you just have to be open to
For sure.
talking to people and like everyone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and the
I'll
hope
always
is-
talk back.
Right. yes, I mean.
I'm very talkative.
And Jerusha does like at the beginning of rehearsals,
Yeah.
she'll do like a how was your day and
Right,
like ask a
yes.
question and stuff. Do you feel like that also helps to like
I
kind of
think
get to
it's-
know each other?
It's great for I think like the Wednesday rehearsals. It's a little bit more difficult I think to do in like
In, like, the
a Tuesday,
largest.
Thursday
Yeah.
because there's just so many
So many
people. It
people.
would take up literally half rehearsal because
Yeah.
it takes up a lot of our Wednesday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it normally take? Like
Probably
15
15
minutes?
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Yeah.
it's really
It's
important.
one of my favorite parts.
It's something I'm gonna
honestly.
miss.
Yeah.
For sure.
At the beginning of shows, though, she would like split us up in groups.
I
and
did- I
do
do
like
like that stuff.
activities
That's
and
cool.
stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm really happy that she does that because
Right.
it like forces you to talk to people.
Yeah.
For sure.
So-
And, like learn
Yeah.
Yeah.
their names, get to know everybody.
Okay,
I
good.
think that's a really cool
Yeah.
activity.
Good. Because that's the thing is like if we say that we're about community,
Of course.
we want to find better and better ways to make
Mhm.
sure that
Yeah.
we're doing that for you. So that's good to hear. The next question is there another student outside of this room or alumni who you feel like has made a big impact on you, a part of the company?
It's hard.
So many.
I know
Right?
there's
Yeah.
a lot to
Yeah.
choose from.
I have one.
Don't let me go first.
I think alum Bella Urchidera. I
Definitely.
look up to her so much. Like I was able to be her double for a show, and just like spending so much time with her was so special. We're very alike in this like singing wise and that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. So it was just I really look up to her and like how she like portrays herself and how she like
Mhm.
interacts with other people and how friendly she is as well, like
Yeah.
as a person.
Yeah.
So she's just such a great person.
Really agree with
I
that.
agree. She actually would drive me to and from tech rehearsal. So being able to have conversations with her just about anything I was feeling, anything I was experiencing, and we just kind of went through that together,
Yeah.
and that was really special. So she's
Yeah.
I have quite a few. A lot of the friends that I had at theater, they kind of been graduating, like
Right.
the people I'm the closest with. So I'd say the person I look up to the most at ICDT, who kind of like inspired me to join in general, was Sean Jin. I think he's one of the most talented people at ICDT overall.
Yeah.
Like when I first saw a show and I saw him, I was like, I need to join ICDT. So
Mm.
I would say that. But the person who's made the biggest, or maybe group of people who have made the biggest impact on me would
Yeah.
probably be the other girls who I did like the main dancing
Right,
stuff
exactly.
with, like Joelle or Chloe,
Yeah.
Michaela. Yeah, like
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I would say Joelle was one of the biggest people I looked up to
Mhm.
during like when we had our junior cast shares and stuff
Mhm.
like that. It was kind of fun to be able to see that, and I would always see Joelle dancing, and I was like, I want to dance like her. And
I think
Totally.
she's made a really big impact on like how people view dancing at ICDT.
Mm.
Because she was like very, very good at dancing, and I think people took like the dancing part of it more seriously. Maybe
Yeah, like the
seeing
bar was
her
raising.
shine like that
Mhm.
definitely made
Yeah.
me like work harder on my dance moves. I was like, oof. Maybe I need to get a little bit better. You know?
That's
But
good,
and they're
that's
also just
good.
like all those girls are like amazing. Like they're just so sweet and they're
Yeah.
great like role models to look up to.
Yeah. What do you think are like some of the qualities of those people that you look up to and why like they are in such high esteem for you guys?
I would say like they're always very kind and open, and just like reliable. Like you never have to like worry about like them like not like showing up for you, or like if I like was having a bad day at rehearsal, I know I could talk to Bella, Joelle, any of those girls, Chloe, and they would have like totally like gotten me back on track and like listened to me and allowed me to talk to them about like how I was like feeling, maybe about theater, about anything, honestly. But just like being open.
Yeah, and as soon as like we don't see them as often anymore, but once we do, it's like you just click right
Jump
back.
right
Exactly.
I love
It's just
that.
how theater is though.
Yeah.
Like we don't see each other for the whole summer sometimes, and
Yeah.
then like
Yeah.
we get
It's
back, feel
just-
like nothing changes.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm excited to come back and watch Footloose rehearsals.
I know.
I'll be there.
It's gonna be great.
So
Yeah.
will Noah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay. What do you think the audience wouldn't know about what it's like being backstage at a show?
What they
Wouldn't?
wouldn't know?
What they wouldn't know.
I think they wouldn't know how much we goof off back there.
Sure, I would definitely say that's true.
Like
We're-
I am dancing and
Laying on the floor.
yeah, I am. It's
Sorry,
Tell the
Carmen.
customer.
It's okay. They don't realize like they don't know like all the things like adding like the goofing off, like we do like pre-show rituals, like they probably don't know that we're like in the corner like cinnamon rolling
Yeah.
or like doing like little chants about like
Yeah.
very very stupid stuff that
Yeah.
like don't mean anything.
Right.
I just like I don't think that the audience would like see like just like how close we are backstage, honestly.
Yeah.
Like we're just always laughing, which gets me in trouble quite frequently because I'm the most talkative backstage and it's very loud.
Okay.
Sorry, Tommy.
We're
No,
all
my
like,
funniest moments.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we just have lots of fun.
It's a blast. I love being
Oh,
backstage.
it's the best
One
part.
of the best parts.
Really?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's the best part
I
of
think it would be
performing sometimes.
surprising, like, how loud we are sometimes.
I'm shocked. I actually, since I haven't seen one of our shows, I wouldn't know if they can hear us.
They
But
probably can.
I would be curious to like hear if they can. I don't know
Yeah.
if they can or not,
No.
but
You'll
It's
find
obviously-
out when
I
you
come
come
I
on.
on.
hope with I will. That's a
Yeah.
good point. I hope no. But if I was the person backstage, probably yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm very talkative and loud. But
Yeah.
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 I love that. It's fun.
We focus when we need to, but
Yes,
we're like
definitely.
silly when.
But it's super
Yeah.
silly and fun.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
And we talk
Backstage.
to like everybody backstage.
Right.
Like once you're
Mm.
backstage in that environment, like everybody just talks to you, and also everyone's so like supportive backstage.
sure.
Right.
Like anytime you come off stage, you're like, "That was great, that was amazing," and I'm like,
It's very
That's
sweet.
so
"This
sweet.
is yeah,
Yeah, I feel like during tech or like show time, like that's when you get close to people you wouldn't expect to get
Definitely.
close to, and then you come back like the next like show and you're like, oh my gosh, like
yeah." You
we had
make
such a
more-
great time like
Yeah.
last like, and then like you actually like get to build a friendship with somebody
Yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily expect.
Right. Right.
Because like you could have like a part or like a scene with that person that you like never really talk to outside, but you're waiting in the wings so
With
long.
them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotta talk.
Yeah.
Then you get to know each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. It's a special little moment in time because it's like tech and the show are quick.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
much
You know what I
adrenaline
mean?
too.
And there's adrenaline and there's like the nerves of like
Mhm.
we only have this time to get it right. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like whenever you're in that environment, like
You're
the,
heavily stressed out.
yeah, everything's kind of like
Amped up.
heightened and excited
Yeah.
and yeah.
And everyone's going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. Yep. Okay. What is one of your like funniest memories of either like rehearsal or tech or in a show?
That's really hard. We have a lot of funny memories.
Bevin.
Oh,
Come
Sure.
on. Okay, so there was this one time in 9 to 5. I played Dorley and Bevin played a character named Judy. It's just like these silly things. Like you'll just like it's during tech. Like I just came off stage one day, and I didn't realize my mic was still on, which I
It
don't.
was in the dressing room too.
It was in the dressing room. I don't know why my mic was on, but it was. And we were filming one of the runs of our show.
Right.
And I walk in the dressing room and I was like, hello, Bevin. Or, hello, Judy, formerly known as Bevin. And my mic is on. Everyone in the
Everyone
audience.
heard it.
Ooh, very, very sick experience. That's also not the only time I think that's happened to me. I don't
Your
know.
mic was loud.
But I was supposed to be on stage.
Oh yes, you
I-
missed
I-
it. Yeah.
I was supposed to be on stage and then I
Oh.
wasn't. I also have a memory that of you saying something that you didn't realize was me.
right.
During Newsies, I can't remember. I think it was during Once and For All.
Yeah.
There was this one night during tech where I was like, I'm hitting this high note and I'm gonna hit it and it's gonna be amazing. And I like kind of got up to it and then I immediately dropped off. And then later in tech, you were like, whoever tried to hit that high note and didn't, do not do that again tonight. I was like, okay. No,
You
they
didn't hear it from her.
Yes, and I was like, oh my god, how did she hear
Like,
me?
good job going for it.
Oh, I was
Don't
ready
go
for
for
it
it.
because I was like 1 and 4. Okay, but anyway, I was ready for that note.
So
I got
funny.
immediately humbled. I don't want for that note. Not again, please. But I did drop out.
Sometimes it's because if only one person is going
I'm also
for it,
mic'd up. I think.
that's like all you hear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if it was a
true.
couple of people, then it would be like more even.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but, or it was
Not
terrible.
great timing, especially in like a show of it probably was, but in a show of like where it's just like alto like newsy singing at like hitting the highest note I can. Maybe save that for something else. But yeah, that's something I remember sometimes, and I
Yeah.
cringe in my bed at night. I'm like, oh, that
Yeah.
hurt. I'm trying to think some good memories. I forgot.
One I can remember from a long time ago was I was Otto and Pippin, and Otto has this little moment where he like mine is a girl, but he like goes up to like on stage by himself after like everyone's gone, and then sings a little song, but like my mic was falling down. I was like, oh shoot, my mic's falling down, so I just grabbed it and wrapped it around my waist, and I like tied it around my waist, and then Georgia was like, that was the most professional. You're like 8 years old, and that was like,
Yep.
so I just
your
remember
mic,
that.
the belt broke?
No, it came off my thing, and then it was like dangling on the
Oh,
floor.
you
So while I was singing, I was just like, rivers belong with it, and I was just like tying
Yeah,
it.
I remember being in the booth for that, and Drush and I looking at each other and being like,
Bevin is the most professional
She-
young person.
good God, this girl like knew what to do, didn't break character, like, on it.
She's more
on
mature
it.
than me as an incoming
she
sophomore
was mature
here.
at 7.
I
was
know.
at 6, you know, like,
Wow.
I don't know if you know this. I think you know this. We probably told you this, but like often, you know, we'll be like, it's not an age thing. It's not an
It
age
really
thing
isn't.
because we're like, we can have a 17-year-old who like can't get it together, and then we can have a 6-year-old who's like on
Okay.
it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I
And
didn't
so we'd
appreciate
always be like, well, but Bevin,
There is always Bevin. I
You
like
know,
honestly
it's
like
you know,
She's
of,
just-
like,
she's just so
it really
professional, girl.
doesn't.
not only that, you're just mature.
Yeah.
Hardworking, yeah.
And then that's why it's easy for a 17-year-old to hang out with the. You were 14 for a while, I thought.
There was
for
a
a
year.
year.
Really? Not like that, but I mean, like, when I was friends with. Okay, guys. Just end it there. No, yeah, well, okay. I'll just stop talking. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, like with a freshman and a sophomore as a senior,
Right.
like that's not normal stuff. But with them, it's
Yeah.
easy. And Gabby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like
easier.
it's really about the person
For sure.
and where you're at, and it's
We have great memories with our friend group too. I'm trying to think of anything funny from Dennis,
Oh gosh.
which might not be shareable.
I do love like when we're all together before a show. Just finding, because everyone has their little traditions backstage, and some of the best memories are just like getting in our little circle and doing our cinnamon roll and stuff, and doing like my tradition with Bevin and like all that kind of stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, so sweet.
Yeah.
Some best friends.
I have memories from being on stage and, you know, being a soloist, and
Yes.
I mean other memories, of course, too.
Only
But-
remember being a
like,
soloist.
being a
Just
soloist.
ensemble.
No, but that
don't remember.
moment when you're sometimes on stage alone and you're looking and the lights are right on you, you can hardly see the audience, but you can. Like, I remember some of the thoughts that would go through my head. What can come up in that moment when you're, do you completely stick with the character? Like, what are you using to fuel yourself?
It depends on the time of show, or like what time in the show, like where we are in the show, and also like the type of song I'm singing. I
Yeah.
feel like if it's emotional, I try and like really get into like the
Yeah.
song I'm singing. Like I remember 9 to 5 in Backwood Barbie. Sorry, we kept on calling it so many different things during rehearsals. I don't. It was like backwards Barbie and like
Right,
upside down.
yeah.
Barbie. But I was like that. I remember like that. Like there was like a sad part at the end of that song where I could
Yeah.
like actually like think about it and like get into my character. But like for a lot of the Janet stuff, like I was kind of just thinking like how aggressively like big and loud and obnoxious can I be?
Right,
And that's what I
right.
would do.
Yeah.
Or by the end of the shows of Drowsy, I was thinking about In and Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm up there singing, like, but that's not like a
Food,
solo
food.
thing. Like when everybody's on stage and we're in like
Yeah.
the finale number, I'm
Yes.
thinking about like I'm picturing like Vikram when he was
I'm
in
gonna
the
get in my
chair
car,
as
we're
the
gonna
bird.
go.
And I was like, oh, it's time for me to
Yeah.
get In and Out because we always get In and Out for shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
The
that.
whole time. Sorry, I think I made us forget the question. I'm sorry.
I feel like I kind of just get in a zone where I kind of don't think.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes it's just like muscle memory, and it's just There's nothing that really stands out to me that I think about.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just like, oh, I need to remember to do this like, on this note and stuff like that.
Right.
But I will say, like, in Drowsy, especially when we had those long freezes.
Yeah, oh my god.
There
That's
was-
that's when the burger stuff. Like
That's
that's when
another part.
not like when I'm singing like a belting solo. Like
Right,
that's
right.
guys.
No, yeah.
Guys, believe in me.
But like during that, like, I would always try to like scan the audience kind of, and then like kind of run over in my head like, okay, what do I do after this?
Right.
What?
Yeah, what's coming up?
Yeah.
Crap, yeah.
My jaw hurting because that's my.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you have to hold.
Or like how like I was
So
like
long.
sweating and I was about to fall over,
Right.
Yeah.
and if I did, it'd be dominoes. I feel like everyone would.
Mm-hmm.
I think my brain also sort of shuts off and I sort of go on like autopilot mode. But sometimes I think I like give myself some affirmations. I'm like, all right, that was pretty good. You can keep doing this.
Yeah.
Keep going. Or I'm like, oh, there's my mom. Like I'm doing this for her. Or like
I'm doing this for her.
I'm like performing. Like I know the people that are there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, like I'm gonna do this for them, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna show. Yeah.
I love
It's a lot of what you're observing. I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm not necessarily thinking like I need like, oh, I'm so sad, like let me like use my sadness. I'm kind of well, not like I don't use it,
Right.
but like
Sure.
it's just like it's more of like, okay, like I'm up here now. You already like practiced it so many times, and
Yeah.
like the character is so engraved in you that you're kind of just like, so who's in the audience now?
Mhm.
I see my friends right there. Why,
Yeah.
why are they laughing?
I want to try to make them laugh, or I want
Exactly.
to
Yes.
try to
Yeah.
like make them feel something.
Right.
I know.
Right. Yeah,
It's a
that's
great feeling.
similar. That resonates with me. With
Kind of
it was
black
the
out.
same. It was like either I was like looking at the audience and I was like, if someone was yawning, I'm gonna get like I'm gonna
Right.
wake
Yes.
them up.
Yeah.
You know.
Having a good audience is so important.
Right. Right. And then the other part is like I would just get so lost in the song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and it's kind of like everything else. It's like
Mhm.
fades away, like
Yeah.
the
Right.
line, right? But and I remember it just being so beautiful. Like when it's such a unique experience
Mhm.
to be on stage with everybody in the audience and you're going so internal and like it's such a vulnerable thing. Singing is so vulnerable, acting all of this. But yeah, beautiful memories of like deeper than rehearsals
For sure.
or even in your room practicing, but like it's just in this different environment as the character in the costume of just like really loving the experience of being up there.
Also, I
Yeah.
feel like think about like being up there, like or like imagine it like many times before, like that by the time you're there, like it's just like it's a
Right.
great like you're kind of euphoric feeling. Honestly,
Yeah.
for me at least,
There's
like with
no
the
better
adrenaline.
feeling. than
There
being
really
on
isn't.
stage.
That's one thing I'm
Yeah.
really gonna miss. I'm just gonna hopefully do something with theater in college, but especially like with these people like being on stage, like it's honestly an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
You only get to it 8 times. Well, sometimes 4.
No.
Well, not 4, but like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could relive one moment from your history that I could do that, what would you do?
that's a hard one. So honestly, for me, I kind of would rather relive like the most recent stuff because like that's like the like one of the highlights of like my time at ICDT, like being like a senior and doing like my last show and like having like conversations with people that were like more important. But I'd also probably go back to like the beginning or like not like the exact beginning, but like when more people who have like left were here. So just like having one more rehearsal like with
Yeah.
like all the people who had like all the alumni would be just amazing, honestly.
Right?
I'd love to go back to like Chicago
Mm.
for a little bit. Again, like all those people, and also I feel like we had a really good sense of like togetherness at the end of that.
Yeah.
And another thing, I'd probably go back to like one of my last junior shows
Mm-hmm.
to kind of relive that a little bit.
I think I would want to go back to relive Legally Blonde.
So fun.
Surprise, surprise.
Um,
I love that show. That was my first like lead role. So
And what a lead role.
yeah.
Like
not only that, the way that you
characters,
embodied
yeah.
that role was insane.
Yeah, I had so much fun up there, and it was literally the time of my life, and I loved all the songs and everything. So
So
I would
that was
definitely
Yeah,
go back to
yeah.
that.
There's an idea that I've had that maybe I've told you guys about. Some of these ideas like happen and then they become reality, and some of them have stuck with me for like 8
Yeah.
years. And but it'd be cool to see what you guys think of it. Unless I've already told you, you can tell me. Is what if over the summer and or the holiday break, when like people come home from school, we rented out a theater and we said like, right, we've talked about this in TLC, I think, is like we could plan like what songs from what shows we're going to do, and so we all sit in the audience, so it's kind of like what you guys do in between shows, and then get up and perform, right? And so like kind of redo it, like you know,
I think
certain
that would be
bits of
great,
it. How
honestly.
fun would that be?
I mean, I would totally anything to perform with these
And
people
I
again.
think parents would like love to
Yeah.
come and watch that.
Would it be like professional? It wouldn't be like
No.
costumes or anything, right?
Nope.
Kind
It
of just
would
like
be-
it's just like how it is
It would
during.
be like in between numbers,
shows.
the lights would come up enough for you. Okay, okay, now we're doing like, you know, bend and snap, and so then the music will
go
start
over
and
it.
everybody just gets up, and so I think like students would sit in certain rows or on the side
Sure.
or like on the whatever.
Yeah.
I think that could totally be.
But-
That'd be so fun.
Right?
Just we'd have to get all the alumni involved. I feel like
Yeah.
it wouldn't necessarily work without them, but I feel like they would totally be interested.
I think
Personally.
that we could.
Well,
do
I'll be
it.
there.
I think it'd be so much fun
So
because it's so fun watching you guys, and when I show like the videos of
Yes.
that to the parents, they just love it so much.
really
and it's
do.
just
My
such
mom.
a special thing
Yeah.
to watch, and it's so special to like try to remember this back on stage, and you're with
It's
your
almost
friends
more
doing
fun
it again.
because you get to put like a different like it's there's less pressure around
yeah.
anything that you're doing,
Right.
so it's just
Right.
like you can be as funny as you want it to be.
yeah,
Like how you ever like dreamed of playing that character, you can play it like
yeah,
that.
yeah. It
Like,
kind of like
I think
pass
Tori
by.
became like a very caricatured version of herself by the end of us doing all
Right,
that stuff.
right.
Very
Okay, what is one production that you'll always have a soft spot for? And maybe it's the one that you already mentioned.
That's a great question. Ooh, I have one.
You know?
This is like a random one though because it's only because I was barely in it. I have a soft spot for Chorus Line when you guys did Chorus Line because I just had it was such a fun experience to be in a show with like it's the smallest show I think I've ever been in besides like my at school show, so my smallest show at ICDT. But also it was nice because we got asked to like be in like the beginning part, but like we didn't have to be in the rest of it, so we were able to just like watch them and like study what it's like for like to see a person like in theater and like how they behave, how they like talk to each other, how they learn their lines, and like I also just think that show is phenomenal, and it was so cool to watch like people you look up to playing a role that you wanted to play. It's just like I want to be up there. I feel like that's kind of
I think for me, it would be Frozen
Yeah.
because I was at that point where I was kind of one of the oldest people there. So it's just kind of crazy to see that you could actually have an impact on someone, and it's like all these people who love you, and we're all here for the same thing, and you just form these really close bonds with people, and it was kind of crazy because that was my last show in the junior program, so just kind of like reflect on how much that shaped me as a person, and also how these people shaped me as well.
I think I just have a soft spot for like all of the older shows, and just like I can see how I like fell in love with theater like throughout doing those old shows. So yeah, just like those are what got me to like where I am now, and I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. And they're like so nostalgic now
Yeah.
of
They're
like
so
the
nostalgic.
younger me, you know, doing
I mean, I
those.
think
and-
they were even at the different theater, which like adds like
Yeah.
a different thing to it because it's like you can't. We're not even performing there anymore,
Right.
so it's like.
Exactly.
I mean, it was the smaller theater, obviously. I like the Del Valle, but
But
I wouldn't
yeah,
mind going back to the
and
village
that was
theater.
really like changed during the pandemic. So
Oh
like
my gosh,
Joseph was still at the Village Theater. Yeah. And then
Could've sworn I
and
did Del
then the next show, like High School Musical,
Yeah.
Yes.
that was at Del Valle. And then we just stayed there. So yeah, a lot of things transitioned with them. If you could like help design the future of I Can Do That, would there be some sort of a program or event or class or production that you're like, I wish we could have done this, a part of I Can Do That?
I actually even think about this a lot, just because I can't be a part of like the part of it that I've been a part of. Wow. A lot of words. Wow. But I can't obviously be in the main stages anymore. I'm like,
Right.
that's like super senior behavior. But I think me and Noah have been talking about, we talked to Jersh about this, potentially doing like an adult, like, or not adult, but like, well, I guess I am an adult soon. Like an 18, like, and up, like student directed, or not
Yeah.
student, Well, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just going back on everything I'm
We're
saying.
with you though.
But thank you. But like a student directed show where like we could do like something a bit more mature because we were
Exactly.
talking about Cabaret,
Yep.
which is a dream show for Noah and I.
Yeah.
And it would be so cool for us to be able to get back with like the alumni people and still be able to do a show through ICDT,
Right.
but also not have to like take up your guys' time too much since you guys
Right.
have summer camps and like all the like also other important parts of like keeping
Yeah,
this
so like a
place up.
summer during a summer session.
Yeah.
For sure.
And like ideally we would have like one director with you guys at least, like
Sure.
depending on how often you're rehearsing, maybe
Exactly.
if you're rehearsing 3 times a week, they're at 1. And the rest of it is you guys are kind
And
of
also, I feel like it wouldn't even have to be like 18 and up because I feel like not a lot of the older kids necessarily do
Right.
stuff at ICDT over the summer.
well, you could
necessarily.
audition people,
You can audition people. Oh, I can audition people.
you know, so like you could ask for videos and maybe it could be,
Exactly.
maybe it could be 14 plus.
Exactly, but then also we could do more mature shows, which I
Right,
think
exactly.
would be nice to be able to, or also smaller cast shows like
Yep,
Spelling Bee,
exactly.
Cabaret.
Yep.
Because I feel like it's a bit difficult sometimes to like think about like what possible shows you can do
With 50.
with 50 kids.
A lot.
And I mean, it
limits us,
is double
for sure.
casted, which kind of gives you a little leeway, but also
Yeah.
then all those kids are in the ensemble.
Right.
So it's
right.
just like I feel like it would be cool to have the opportunity to do like a less
Yeah.
big show at ICDT.
And would you guys be interested, even before you guys graduate,
Oh yeah.
of having like a summer show that's a more elevated show?
Exactly.
Because
I
we
think
have
a lot
talked
of
about it.
people-
And I also think
I think so too.
there's a lot of alums who have like gone into theater or like
Yeah.
acting majors or like gone down that path like
Right.
since they've left and would
Yeah.
totally would have some sort of not necessarily credentials but have more of like experience to help them
Exactly.
direct or like whatever or like whatever.
And I do think that people who like, I think people would come back and do it as well.
For sure.
Um,
No one I will be there.
and I think that's one of the things that like, there's just so many shows out there, and
Yeah.
some of them.
And you also want to do them with people.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't want my last shows to be with like or I don't want it to stop doing shows with them.
Right.
So it'd be cool
Right.
to have that time over the summer
Yeah.
to be like, oh guys, like
I'm
I'm back.
Yeah.
And now you have to listen to me this time. I'm directing. That would never work.
Okay, cool. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I
I would
love
love
that
to do
idea.
that.
It's something we've like talked
Yeah.
about for a while, but it's good to get.
For sure. I also feel like opening it up, like not like strictly making it like it's either main stage or like or you are like graduated and you do that. I feel like having like the opportunity like to do something over the summer.
Yeah.
I would have done that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's good.
Exactly. You know what I do.
Oh, sorry.
That's the one that we've been.
Yeah.
We've been
just a
chatting
smaller
about
cast
that.
show.
Smaller cast
Smaller
shows.
cast shows.
Yeah.
Maybe even non-singing shows.
Oh, please.
Uh huh.
Yes, plays.
Non-singing
Wow,
shows.
non-singing shows. Plays. I did my first play like this year, and I thought that was cool. I would have. I think it'd be cool, or like I don't know if you have a workshop for just plays. Perhaps
Yeah,
you do.
well, and especially Ryan, our teacher Ryan,
Yes.
like, he's
Super good at
you know,
acting.
he loves teaching like plays and more of the acting side of things. So I
He's
know
very
that
good
he
at it.
would like love to run that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him whenever when he was man and chair. You know,
Yeah.
rehearsals the first time I heard him like read his lines, I was like, wow, feels like very natural, like charismatic.
Yeah.
And some lessons.
Okay, cool. Good. All right. Well, that's good to hear. Well, there's so many dreams, obviously. Like I have, and if you guys come, which I hope you can, to the like festival that we're having
Yes.
in August.
Yes. I'm
Okay.
gonna try to.
So, and we're about to announce ticket sales and more about what it's going to
Or is
be,
it
and
that
we're going to
coming?
be like dropping more surprises and secrets about what it's going to be. But one of the things that, if I get my act together, we'll have up on a wall is like since like 2017, I've had like a mind map of like, I can do that into like 3 categories, which was like theater, community, right, and then like empowerment.
Oh yeah.
Like caring for yourself, being a leader, like all those sorts of things. And then I made like a bubble chart of like, well, what if we did this? Well, what if we did that? And so the idea is we're gonna put it on the wall, like a big one, and have little star stickers or something next to it. And so if you see an idea that you like, put a star on it, so you can see if you're into it. And then it'd have a blank one next to it, and you can write your own ideas.
I think that's
That's
very
very
smart,
cool.
especially like getting like opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because another thing is an adult company. Or it's like an all ages.
Oh,
company,
yeah, like-
in the sense of like I keep using Annie as an example, but like
Oh, yeah.
Miss Hannigan
Annie's
would be
easy.
older, right, in her whatevers, and then like Annie would be 10,
Exactly.
Yeah.
right?
And you
So-
get
Bevin will be
the
Annie.
Yeah.
Bevin will be Annie. Okay.
You know,
You
helping.
Pull
this
out the
guy.
wig. We're ready. We're ready. Yeah.
Another
Oh, no
wig.
more wigs. Oh, I love theater,
Anyway.
but that's one thing I will never get over
Do
that
not miss.
wig.
Yeah. Not the best.
Do not give me a blonde curly wig that's
Oh my
this
gosh.
big ever again.
I know.
Or fake boobs. But it's also fun. It's
Yeah,
kind of fun once
yeah.
you get on stage though with those like all the
Yeah.
I mean, it really helps
pieces.
you.
I mean,
like,
it helped me
be
go on
in
character. I
character.
didn't feel like the light part until I got on there. And I
Right.
couldn't see my feet anymore. I just sat down. It's like